weighted hula hoop, waist only hula hoop workout. That's what I get asked for all the time, and in this video I explain why I don't want to do them. I don't want to get injured and need surgery, so basically I never use any single one of these. I own one. I bought it from my own money just so I can show people the difference between the different kinds of hoops. In a video of mine where I detail the different kinds of hoops, if you're interested, I'll leave that in the description. But this is a weighted heavy hula hoop I would never use. I use HDPE hula hoops. I also use wooden hoops and all kinds, but yeah, I would use a lighter hoop, not this freaky hula hoop. Why? I have been hula hooping professionally full-time for almost 17 years. And to say this makes me feel a little old or boring. How is it possible I didn't get bored with this, right? And how is it possible that I didn't get injured from hula hooping, right? It's because from day one I've been using my hula hoop all over my body. Not because I was good at it, no. I kept dropping it all the time, but I did not just waist hula hoop ever. Before hula hooping, I was studying in London. I was training to become an osteopath. I used to have to go to the clinic all the time and listen to people talking about their pains and aches and sports injuries. God or mummy and daddy gives people amazing knee joints, and then people make insane amounts of sacrifice. They work hard. Even though they are busy, they squeeze in exercise into their super hectic days, trying their best to get into shape and keep active. Then their knee joint gives up. Or they decide they will hula hoop, even though they were blessed with a gorgeous, super healthy spine full of potential. They start hula hooping around their waist only with their weighted hula hoop, mess it up with hard work and determination, trainings through pain, don't even take time off for years. Then they get injured and they bring what they've got and tell us about their problems and what hurts where and when. How it all started, how they trained through the pain, how long it took them to book an appointment at the clinic. And then they look at you with their gorgeous puppy eyes and they want you to fix them. You want to help, but you can't go back in time. It almost terrified me from doing any sports, although I was overweight and super unfit and sedentary, but because of what I've seen in the clinic, I did not want to do any exercise. Usually when people come to a clinic, that is for a couple of reasons. It's a trauma, so they break their leg or dislocate their shoulder or something like that. So, you know, freaky stuff happens when people move off the couch, but staying on the couch is just as bad to be sedentary, right? Because when we are sedentary, that's when we develop metabolic diseases and all kinds of issues. So it's good to work out and not to break our legs. And the other kind of problem people used to come to the clinic for was overuse. I knew very well I don't want to do anything crazy to rip my body parts off me and trash my body, but I also knew that I do not really want to do something that will cause repetitive strain and overuse injuries, because I will not be able to exercise because of that. So what do? I still started hooping, and from day one I was not just waist hula hooping. Although I was really rubbish at it because I was really uncoordinated and unfit, I still tried to use the hoop for all kinds of joints and all kinds of muscles and not just overuse one area. When people start working out, they are very determined to just do one thing. So runners just want to run, yoga people just want to stretch, hula hoopers just want to waist hula hoop usually. A lot of people, when they bump into my content, they say that they love how encouraging I am, they love my personality, but they don't want to learn any tricks. Why do I have to make it so difficult? I'm not trying to make it difficult. What I'm trying to do is make it safe and sustainable and also effective. What happens when people are just waist hooping forever is initially maybe they lose some weight or some inches, and they are very excited because after a couple of days or weeks of waist hula hooping, they see some changes. And what they think is that if they carry on hooping like this for 3 years, it's just going to keep carrying on, but that's not how the body works. The human body is an adaptation machine. It figures everything out. This is why I'm not surprised at all when so many people message me telling me how many years they've been hula hooping, and they're so furious and think that hooping doesn't work because they did drop some inches in the first month, but not ever since. But they've been doing it for years. This is because of adaptation. Your body figures out how to get away with the least amount of energy expenditure, and it's called a plateau. Those who do not want to do anything, just waist hula hoop and say that I'm making hula hooping difficult, they are exposing themselves to overuse injuries. Anyone who studied physiology knows that if you're waist hula hooping, it's still one trick or one move. Even if you do this, if you do this, if you do this, for your spine especially, it is still the same exercise. And please research how the discs between your vertebrae are impacted. And if you top that up practicing in a clinic where people come with injuries, then probably you will also start to develop an interest in moving your body in different ways, not just to waist hula hoop. If you're a runner, you're probably most interested in the knee structure, but we don't talk about that right now. If you would be into playing tennis, you would be mostly focused on your elbows and wrists and their health and structure. Also, if you're into pole dance fitness, it will be your forearm, your wrist health, and your shoulders. So all the different kinds of activities bring certain level of risk with them. Of course, they bring lots of benefits, but they also tend to put a lot of pressure on certain body parts more than other activities. In the case of hula hooping, the focus I would put on the discs that are between your vertebrae. This is just a balloon, but this is what I like to use to illustrate what is going on. A normal disc would look like that, but people tend to develop bulging discs, herniated discs, because they repeatedly like to do exactly the same. So when they start hula hooping, they like to use a weighted hula hoop just to make things worse, and they just like to waist hula hoop for hours and hours. So basically what they do is they keep applying pressure, the same angle forever and ever, repeatedly for a long time. Then they develop an injury, they are waitlisted, waiting for surgery, they are completely off exercise because they can't exercise with their injury, and they go through the surgery and afterwards they are off exercise again because they need to recover. And that's when people like to message me and they are expecting that in an email or a whole series of emails I will be able to fix them. I cannot turn water into wine, I cannot turn time back. What I can do is I can put this video here. For a lot of people it will be completely pointless, because there's lots of people who already have very good ideas of what they want to do and what they would like to do, and no matter what I or anyone else will say, they will completely ignore it, and I cannot help them. But if you're slightly responsible or open-minded, do have a research how things work, and also what kind of injuries people visit clinics with. You would also benefit from my inbox, because over the last 17 years that I've been a professional hula hooper, this is what keeps coming up, that people injure their backs with these hula hoops. I don't have enough fingers and toes to count how many times people messaged me because they damaged themselves. And this is not because I want to talk anyone out of hula hooping, because I hula hoop every single day. But I don't just waist hula hoop, I hula hoop all over my body. During my hula hoop workout, I stimulate various muscles, various joints. I'm strengthening my bones, my muscles, my ligaments, my tendons, even my pelvic floor. Basically, one can absolutely avoid overuse injury if they are open-minded and are willing to try different moves on different body parts. And if someone doesn't want to try any tricks, to sum it up, it's wonderful if someone decided to start working out. But I would really love this person who starts hula hooping to do other things too. Because if someone is just waist hula hooping, then they are risking injury, overuse injury. So if they made that decision that they don't want to try doing anything else with their hula hoop, just spin it around their waist, maybe they could try some other exercises as well to spice up their workout routine. Maybe do some stretches, maybe do some strengthening exercises, maybe work their upper body and also the lower body. So I'm just saying that it would be beneficial to look into other body parts as well. And if someone is open-minded enough to try all the different things that I try, then well done, that's gonna be fine. That's all I do. I don't do any other workouts. I just hula hoop, but not just around my waist. Waist hooping is actually a really tiny part of my workouts. I actually spend very little time hula hooping around my waist. If you're interested in spicing up your hula hula hoop workouts, maybe check out this video, because there you will see how simple and fun it is to play with your hula hoop and get a really fun, holistic full body workout.